Hi, in today's video tutorial, I am going to be going through and explaining positive and negative powers of 10. Okay, so positive powers of 10, so let's say like 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 4, what does that all mean? And also 10 to the power of minus 1, 10 to the power of minus 2, 10 to the power of minus 3, so on and so forth. This is a PowerPoint made explicitly by White Rose Maths, and I have no affiliation to this business or this company. Okay, let's crack on. So let's recall. Okay, so this is our starter, guys. Question number 1. Work out the value of 25 to the power of a half. Now, if you remember, guys, power of a half means the square root of that number or term. Specifically, the positive square root of that number. So the square root of 25, guys, is going to be 5. Okay, I'm taking the positive root of that. Okay, question number 2. Simplify a to the power of 4 multiplied by a to the power of 6. Now, when I multiply, guys, with the same base term or number, I add the powers, I add the indices, I add the exponents. So that's going to be a to the power of 4 plus 6, which is 10. Okay, so 4 plus 6 makes 10. Question number 3. Expand and simplify this double bracket, okay, or pair of binomials. So I'm going to do x times x, then x times 5, 4 times x, and 4 times 5. So x times x makes x squared. X times positive 5 makes plus 5x or positive 5x. 4 times x makes 4x, guys. And then 4 times 5 makes 20. Okay, I can simplify this by collecting my like terms. So collecting the terms that have x's in. Okay, I've got x squared. Okay, then I've got 5x plus 4x. So combining that makes plus 9x or positive 9x. Then I've got that plus 20. Question number 4, guys. Work out the area of the rectangle. So the formula for the area of a rectangle, guys, is length times width or base times height. Okay, or length times height, okay, whatever it is. So the area of this rectangle is going to be 7 times 4, 7 multiplied by 4, 7 lots of 4, and I get 28. So the answer is going to be 28, and the units for area in this case will be centimeters squared, okay. I don't square the number yet, it's just written as cm squared, okay. That's the units for area. Okay, if it's volume, then obviously, yeah, it's centimeters cubed or units cubed. If it's perimeter or length, then yeah, it would just be units. Okay, that's question 1 to 4, done. Okay, answer for these, guys, answers for these. Okay, so check it, okay, and mark as and when we can go through this. Let's recap. Okay, write the numbers in words. So part A, this is 1,000. So 1,000 is THOUSAND, okay, 1,000. Part B, 10,000, so that's going to be TEN, okay, and then 1,000, okay, so THOUSAND. Next one's going to be 100,000, okay. And again, don't worry too much yet about one spelling mistake, but obviously try to obviously focus and obviously spelling it as best as you can. Again, when it comes to spelling in maths, if the examiners can obviously read it and it's legible, then obviously they'll obviously give you the mark, okay. But obviously as long as you've not made too many spelling errors, okay. But just obviously bear that in mind. Last one, this is what I call 1,000. 1,000 is what I call 1 million, okay. So a million, okay, or 1 million, just obviously be specific. So it's 1 million, okay. So that is just recapping how we spell numbers, okay. And this will be clear in a second as to why we're actually doing this, okay. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, okay, and 1 million, okay. Write the numbers as decimals. Part A, 1/10. Well, that's 1 divided by 10, which would be 0.1 or 0.1. Part B, 1,000ths. That would be 1 divided by 1,000, which is 0.001. Okay, next one, 1 10,000ths, that'll be 0.0001. And then finally we got 100th, 1 divided by 100 makes 0.01. Okay, so I got these numbers by doing the top divided by the bottom. Okay, so numerator divided by the denominator, and that gives us that. Okay, and again, it will become clear as to why I'm doing this here. Just a moment. Okay, next one. So calculate the value. So part A, this means 2 cubed. So 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Next one, this will be 4 squared. So 4 times 4, which is 16. Next one, 3 cubed, or 3 to the power of 3 is 3 times 3 times 3, which gives you 27. Okay. And then last one, 5 squared, or 5 to the power of 2 will be 25. Okay, 5 times 5, 5 by 5 gives you 25. Let's learn. Okay, so we've got 10 times 10 times 10 equals 10 cubed, and 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 is 10 to the 4. This must mean that 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 is 10 to the power of 5. So this is Eva's claim, so Eva is correct. Okay, so when you multiply, you write that number as a power. Okay, here I've got 3 tens. Okay, so that's why it's cubed. Here I've got 4 tens being multiplied. Okay, that's key. Okay, and then here I've got 5 tens. Okay, so that's the reason why. Next one. So write the powers of 10 as numbers. So it's 10 to the power of 8. So that'll be 1 and then 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Part B, 10 squared. That's going to be 100. 10 times 10. 10 to the 1 is just equal to 10, because any number to the power of 1 is just itself. So 10 to the 1 equals 10. And then part C, 10 to the power of 9 is going to be 1 and then 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So there we go. So we got 100 million. We got 100. This is pronounced 1 billion. Okay, 1,000 million. And then 10. Okay, next one. Write 1,000 as a power of 10. So 1,000, okay, is 10 times 10 times 10, which I can write that as 10 to the power of 3, or 10 cubed, okay? Because 1,000, okay, is the same as doing, 10 times 10 times 10. Okay, and 10 times 10 times 10, I can write it as 10 cubed, okay? Now it's your turn, you do, okay? So pause the video now, guys, give this a go, and then press play when you're ready, okay? So answers for these. So write 10,000 as a power of 10. So counting the number of zeros, that's going to be 10 to the power of 4, okay? So think of it, as 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, or count the zeros as a little trick. Okay, next part. So match each number in words with the correct power of 10. So 100 is equal to 10 squared, or 10 to the power of 2. 1 million is 10 to the power of 6, because it has 6 zeros. 10,000 will actually be 10 to the power of 4. 10 million will actually be 10 to the power of 7. And then 1,000, which has 3 zeros, is 10 to the power of 3. Okay, well done if you got that. There we go. Okay, 10 to the power of 5 is 100,000. 10 to the power of 4 is 10,000. 10 to the power of 3 is 1,000. 10 squared is 100. 10 to the 1 is 10. What do you notice? So pause the video, guys, and have a think as a class, okay, or if you're watching it on your own, have a think here. What's happening as I decrease my power by 10? Okay, so what do I notice? Well, I'm knocking off a 0, so I'm actually dividing it by 10 each time. Okay, and that makes sense, right? So yeah, obviously, because obviously 10 to the power of 4 is 10 times less than 10 to the power of 5. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm dividing by 10 each time. So as the powers get smaller, I'm dividing it, yeah, by 10 each time. Yeah, if it's 10 to the power of, okay, so dividing it by 10. Okay, so the next one, guys, if you're wondering, what would 10 to the power of 0 be? Okay, using our logic here. So 10 to the power of 0 would actually be 10 divided by 10, which is 1. And again, 10 to the minus 1. Okay, what would that be? Well, again, using the same logic, it will be 1 divided by 10. So 1/10 or 0.1. Okay, there we go. So 10 to the 0 equals that. Okay, what would the next one be? 10 to the minus 1. Okay, Max and Nija are writing 10 to the power minus 3 in different forms. Okay, so Nija says, or Nijet, sorry, is 10 to the minus 3 is equal to 0.001. 10 minus 3 is also equal to 1000. Okay, who do you agree with? Explain your answer. Well, they're actually both correct here, and the reason for that is, so 10 to the power of minus 3, so that negative power makes it 1 over, so it does the reciprocal, so it becomes 1 over 10 cubed, or 10 to the power of 3. Now, hopefully from before or from the start, guys, 10 to the power of 3 or 10 cubed means 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1 over 1000, okay, or 1000. And hopefully you might know that 1,000ths as a decimal, 1 divided by 1,000 is 0.001. Okay, so they're actually both correct. Okay, so I agree with both. Okay, they've just written here, written their answers here. One is fractions and one is decimals. Okay, so both are correct. Next part. So what's the same? What's different? Well, what's same actually? So these values are actually the same. So these are actually both equal to each other. Okay, remember that minus 2 makes it 1 over. So we have 1 over 10 squared, which should be 1 over 100. What's different? Well, one's a fraction and one's a negative power. Okay, so one's a fraction and one has, yeah, a negative indice component, you could say, or a negative index, or a negative, yeah, exponent. Okay, next part. Okay, so if you want to, guys, yeah, pause the video now. Okay, try these questions, yeah, and obviously press play when you're ready. Okay, so which numbers are equal to 10 to the power minus 4? Well, that would be 1 over 10 to the power of 4, which is 1 over 10,000. Okay, so if you got that sheet, well done. So that's going to be A, and also D. Okay, so remember, 1 over 10,000 means 1 divided by 10,000, which is 0.0001. Okay, it's not B and it's not C. Okay, so watch out for that. So it's not B or C. Okay, so well done if you got that. Next one, 4 is greater than 3, so 10 to the 4 is greater than 10 to 3. So this is what Mo's claim is. Is he correct? Okay, explain your answer. Well, the answer is actually no, okay, because 10 to the minus 3 is actually 1 over 10 cubed here, which is 1 over 1,000. And 1 over 1,000 is actually greater than 1 over 10 to the 4, so 1 over 10,000. So Mo's actually incorrect, okay, because 10 to the negative 4 or 10 to the minus 4 gives you 1 over 10,000, okay, or 1/10,000ths. 2, 3, 4, and then this one is going to be 1 over 10 cubed, or 1 over 1,000, okay. We can see clearly that the denominator of this fraction here is actually smaller, hence my overall answer of this one being bigger. Okay, so Mo is actually incorrect. Okay, Mo is actually wrong. Okay, next one now. Okay, so write 10 to the minus 6 as a decimal. So that'll be 1 over 10 to the power of 6. And 10 to the power of 6, guys, hopefully you're happy from before. That's going to be 1 million, or 1 over 1 millionth. So 1 over, and then we're going to have 1, then we're going to have 6 zeros. 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you remember from before that fraction line means a division? So 1 divided by a million. When I do this, I'm going to get 0. So it's going to be tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and 1 million. Okay, that's my answer for that. There we go. 1 over 10 to the 6, 1 over a million. Which is okay, so well done, yeah, if you got that. Okay, good job. Now it's your turn. Okay, so pause the video now, guys. Try this question and then press play when you're ready. Okay, so answer for this 10 to the power minus 5 is decimal. It will be 1 over 10 to the power of 5, which becomes 1 over 100,000. So it becomes 1 over 1 and then 5 zeros for 5. Okay, I'm going to put a little comma there. Sorry, yeah. Okay, sorry guys, yeah, that I haven't actually put like commas in my place values. Okay, but hopefully you're obviously happy with that. Okay, but again, yeah, obviously ask me any questions, yeah, if you're unsure about the place values. Okay, which is equal to 0.00001. Okay, well then if you got that. Right, last few parts now. Okay, so match each number with the correct power of 10. So 10,000 is equal to 10 to the power of 4 because it has 4 zeros. 0.01 is a bit more trickier. That's going to be equal to 10 to the minus 2. So well done, yeah. If you got that, okay, good job. 0.0001, that's going to be 10 to the power of minus 4. 100,000 equals 10 to the power minus 5, and then 1 is the same as or equal to or equivalent to 10 to the power of 0. Okay, so a little random fact from also today, that any number or term to the power of 0 in maths is always equal to 1, okay, apart from 0 to the power of 0. Okay, so that's what we call, yeah, indeterminate. Okay, so it has no real value. But any number or term apart from 0, okay, to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Okay, so 6 to the power of 0 equals 1. 7 to the power of 0 equals 1. A million to the power of 0 equals 1. 1,000 to the power of 0 equals 1. So on and so forth. Okay, so that's another, yeah, fact, yeah, to obviously learn, yeah, from today's video, today's lesson. Okay. Next part, how could you calculate or work out this calculation where you got 10 to the power of 4 divided by 10 cubed? Now when I multiply with the same base, I'm going to add the powers. So I'm going to have 10 to the power of 7. And the reason for this is because I've got 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, and I'm times that by 10 times 10 times 10. So altogether, I'm multiplying 10 7 times. Okay, yeah, sorry. Adapt your input. Okay, so what are the definitions of the key vocabulary? Okay, so click on each way to reveal the answer. Okay, obviously I can't actually click it here, but power means, yeah, like, yeah, a number that is like raised to. Okay, power of 10 means, yeah, something like, yeah, like 10 to the power of whatever. Okay, 10 squared, 10 cubed, 10 to the power of a billion, whatever it is. Okay, 10 to the power of 7. Okay, now index and base. Okay, so this is what I call, yeah, my base. Okay, so the base here is like the bottom. Okay, so like if I have like b squared, that is going to be my base. If I have like a cubed, that's going to be my base. And then lastly, index is what power I have. Okay, so yeah, so what power? Okay, so yeah, if you follow my arrows, okay, so these two mean the exact same thing. Okay, yeah, I hope that makes sense. Sorry about, yeah, it wasn't actually explained perfectly, but I hope that makes sense. So looking at the vision after this slide, okay, so write 1,000 as a power of 10. So hopefully that'll be equal to 10 cubed. Okay, so 10 times 10 times 10. Okay, that was obviously quite quick there. Okay, write 10,000 as a power of 10. That's going to be 10 to the power of 4 because we have 4 zeros. Okay, this one we've actually done these questions, yeah. Okay, Okay, so last part here of today's video. Okay, so match each number with the correct power of 10. Okay, 10,000 is 10 to the power of 4. 0.01 here equals 100th, which equals 10 to the power minus 2. 0.0001 is 10 to the power of negative 4 or minus 4. 100,000 is equal to 10 to the power of 5. And 1 is equal to 10 to the power of 0. Okay, but I've done that earlier before. Again, sorry, yeah, that was obviously a bit quick there, but I hope that makes sense. And that concludes today's video on positive and negative powers of 10. Okay, remember, yes, so remember, if I have 10 cubed, that means 10 times 10 times 10, okay, which is equal to 1,000. And if I have a negative power of 10, it just means 1 over that number. So if I have 10 to the minus 2, that just means 1 over 10 squared, which is equal to 1 over 100, okay? So they are our key takeaway points from today's math lesson, okay? Yeah, for your online math lesson, okay, looking at positive and negative powers of 10, okay? Thank you for watching, okay? Thank you for interacting, and well done, yeah, if you got all the questions right, okay, good job. I hope it's been useful and beneficial. If it has been useful, guys, yeah, please consider liking the video, okay? Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, okay? And check out the other videos on this platform, okay? And I look forward to seeing you inside for our next White Rose Maths lesson, okay, looking at a different topic, okay? Thanks for watching. Take care. All the best, okay? Have a nice day, okay? Happy Monday, yeah. Happy Easter break. Bye for now.